Hey guys, it's Shannon, and today I have a massive Revolution haul for you. So I've made 4 orders from Revolution over the last week or so. I've got a box of Revolution stuff right down here next to me, and there might be a giveaway at the end of the video. So I know you guys haven't seen me for quite a while now, but it's obviously because I've been moving. This room is now set up so I can start filming again. You might be able to notice there's actually also a quality difference in the video, and that is because I've actually dug out my proper DSLR, is that what it's called? Or it's that kind of camera. It's a Nikon, what are you, a Coolpix P500 or D500? P500. So that's what I'm recording with now because it's better quality than my phone. So I'm just going to get straight into the haul. So the first thing I want to show you is a few things that come in the mystery bag that Revolution currently have up on their site. So if you spend over £30, you get this mystery bag, and like I said, I've made 4 orders in about the last week, so I actually ended up with 4 of them. So I have one, I've given one to my sister, and I'm going to give the other 2 away. I will leave all the details for the giveaway in the description, and I'll have the rules and stuff at the end of the video, but for now I just want to carry on with this. So the first thing you get is a Revolution Mega Bake sponge. So this is actually my one, so I'm going to open it and show you. Go to the packet. The only thing I will say about the packaging itself is that it squishes the end of the sponge. Can you see that? Can you see how it's squished here? And that is just because of the kind of packaging they've put it in. I'm hoping that if you wet this and then let it dry flat like this, it will just dry in this kind of offset square, I guess. I don't really know what this is called, but it will hopefully dry like that. So that's the first thing that comes in, the little packet thing. And then you also get a Salvation Velvet lip lacquer in the shade You Took My Love, which is this lovely pink, which for me is not a very everyday wearable colour, but it would be nice to go out on a date, or maybe I don't know, maybe for Halloween or something, you know, that sort of thing. So next is, I'm not entirely sure what I think it's just a gradient highlighter, but I think the shade is Sunlight Moonlight, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, it looks like this. It's really pretty, and me and my sister were talking about this because I've actually filmed the first part of this video already on a camcorder I ordered, but the quality turned out to not be so good, so I can't use that footage for this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little video of, because me and my sister filmed a few videos yesterday, I'm going to make a little video of amalgamation of all these things. I'm going to see if I can try and up the quality of it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. But it's just going to be one of those things that I just put up for, well, all of this is for me really, but anyway, we was talking about this and we were saying that this side would be a really good blush, and then this side would be like a blush topper or highlighter, if that's your kind of colour highlight, to be fair. Yeah, so you get that. Then you also get a Revolution lipstick, and one thing that my sister showed me is that if you just take this off, then you have extra colour, or you can use a pencil brush and just go in and line your lips with it if you don't have a lip liner. But it's this really nice red shade, which me and my sister were saying would be really good to go out on a date with, because it's just a nice bright red, first date kind of colour. But yeah, so you get a lipstick, and then you also get a liquid highlighter in the shade Liquid Ethereal, I think this shade's called. It's quite pink, but we were noticing yesterday when we was trying to film a little bit of this that oh, if you can hear any road noise, my new house backs onto a road and it's hot in here, so I can't not have the window open. It's really warm upstairs, and so I can't help the road noise. This is my little sister Rose. Yeah, Revolution actually use all paper packaging, which I think is really, really good because...
Yeah, if you don't like trees, maybe.
Yeah, but at least you can recycle cardboard and paper packaging. You can't recycle bubble wrap.
And the trees take hundreds of years to grow.
You have a very fair point right there. Very fair. You right?
This is everything you ordered.
Yes. So I'm going to show you the size of this box because it's a big box. And bear in mind, this came in 4 separate orders.
Spoiler alert!
So this is the box of makeup that I have here. Anyway, back to what is in the mystery pack that I will be sending. Oh, by the way, there will be 2 winners of this giveaway. Anyway, so you also get one of their infamous colour correcting palettes, which you guys know I love because I have had one in the past. You know I love them. And we were saying this colour, when we was trying to film yesterday, this liquid highlighter showed up really silver, but it's actually quite pink in reality. I'm not sure how it's going to show up on this camera though. But yeah, so that is the product that is in the mystery bag. You just can sit there. Okay, that's the products that's in the mystery bag. So 2 of you lucky people.
Right, just a little spoiler alert. Someone outside Shannon's house in the back alleyway rolling a sofa down the hill.
Well, it's not an alleyway, it's not a...
Well, street, yeah. That makes it even more embarrassing, doesn't it?
2 of you lucky viewers will be winning all these things. You're just going to take the mick out of me, aren't you? Okay.
Avocado palette. Look, second I saw ripe, I was like, yeah, that's avocado.
Ripe and ready. They've come out with 3 more palettes in the tasty range since I've ordered this.
Unpopular opinion, avocados, very disgusting. I hate them. I think the texture's disgusting. They gross. But
I have actually never had avocado, so I need to
you won't like it.
Try it. So I have brought a mixture of stuff. I have eyeshadow palettes, powders, I have foundation, concealer, primers,
baking powder, coconut baking powder.
Yeah, that was my shade, but I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't really like coconut. Am I gonna like this? Right, anyway, so let's just get into this and unloading this box. Okay, so we just took a minute to kind of attempt to organise the stuff so we can actually see what's in front of us. And now we're just gonna pick stuff up and start talking about the products. So this isn't in the box because, again, already tried to film this. So this is the last of the donut palettes I need. This is the maple glazed one. It looks like this. It's very pretty. It's much more of a neutral, autumny, warm-toned, autumnal, there you go. It's a warm-toned autumnal palette, I'd say, judging by the name and the colours. I also brought the I Heart Revolution donut tray.
Which is, if you're a fan of Krispy Kremes, you'll recognise the little box style.
Yeah, very cute little box style.
Definitely a Krispy Kreme. Try that out.
Can I have one? So in this little gift set, because this is a gift set they've come out with for Christmas, you get...
A gift from me.
No, you want one, get it yourself. So the first little, you get 5 palettes, and you also get this little box which has wedge sponges in. I will say, just straight off the bat,
they don't feel or look very good quality, but
no.
Then again, wedged sponges never really are that good of quality. They are softer than like ones you'd get from Superdrug, Boots, you know.
Can you just turn on my overhead
places like that,
please?
But you know, you get what you pay for. Really, I'd rather spend the extra couple of quid to get the orange.
It's not even like spend an extra couple of quid. If you break this box down, so for instance, these are a £5. Not these. Where's it gone? This one. These individually are £5 each. So if you break this box down, and each of these donuts are a £5 each, that means this box of sponges is also a £5.
And that is also called a rip-off.
that's one thing I will say about this. At its full price, this is not worth the money. These are all limited to this box set and this gift set, but it's not worth the money. Could you pay 30 quid for 5 palettes and some sponges that I feel, in my opinion, they missed the mark. I feel like they could have come out with a baking sponge, considering it's donuts. They could have come out with some sort of...
I mean, they're still useful. Like, you can use them to do your under eye baking or, you know, cut your contour. But even then, you can do that with any average sponge.
Yeah, I feel like they just missed the mark slightly with the box of sponges specifically. These are adorable.
Maybe, I feel like they tried too hard to reach their deadline.
Yeah.
Because
they are constantly coming out.
The colours in the palettes, some of them just don't mix. Like the colours in this palette, personally, you know, why would you have like a green, a purple, a mauve, and a sparkly dark blue?
Whereas in my opinion, all these colours do have the same undertones, so I think they'd work pretty well. This is the chocolate caramel palette, but that's where they lose me. Why is this called chocolate caramel and there is not a single caramel colour in here?
Stupid.
But yeah,
I'm not trying to bash the brand in any way. I love the brand and I own a lot of their products. I just feel like
this gift set missed the mark slightly.
It's very hit and miss. Yeah. Like the highlighter in it, I adore. I think it's perfect. But
this is the highlighter. It's called Vanilla Frosting.
Could you find a better one for cheaper? Yes.
Well, if you think about this, their highlighters, like their heart-shaped highlighters, are a £5, correct? Yeah. This looks exactly like Goddess of Love to me. Smell that.
Smells more of like the chocolate palettes.
Yeah, there is a slight sweet scent to them, which I think that's a nice touch considering it's a donut palette. And it's all of them. They do all have a slight sweet scent to them. Right, back to the actual palettes themselves instead of us bashing the brand. You guys know I love Revolution. My sister also loves Revolution. Anything that I have duplicates of or I decide I don't use enough normally goes to her, doesn't it?
This is more fruity scented. Smells like something from the Body Shop fruit collection.
No, do you know what that smells like? To me, that smells like Halloween candy, like the lollipops we used to get. And like, let's just show the front of this. And it smells like purple and orange Halloween lollipops. And stop jumping ahead. I'm trying to do this one palette at a time and I'm losing my train of thought. Right. The next little palette I'm going to show you is called Pink Frosting, and this is the blush palette in the set. So it just looks like this. I think these are nice blushes. They've got a nice... Okay. They've got a nice coral undertone to them. This is what the packaging itself looks like. Again, it's just a donut that is squishy on the top. The next one, which is that nice purple one I just showed you, is peanut butter and jelly. That would explain the fruity smell because it's supposed to smell like jam, isn't it? Or jelly, depending on where you're from. Yeah, so again, they all have a different amount of squish to them. They're not all like super soft or super hard. They have a different amount of squish. So I've just shown this one to you guys. This is the highlighter in Vanilla Frosting, which again, if you like the highlighter but don't want to have to go and buy this whole set, that looks just like Goddess of Love in their regular heart-shaped highlighters.
I haven't.
Yeah. Well, it's now all I Heart Revolution, isn't it? And then the last thing I'm going to show you is the Cinnamon Sugar, which is the bronzer. So this is what the packaging looks like. And then this is what the product looks like. Looks like. So overall, I do like this gift set. I just feel like I would have thought it was more worth the money if I got it in a sale. One thing is that the face products are not very universal. I don't think a darker skin tone person would be able to use the bronzer or highlighter just because I don't think it would A, show up properly or B, suit, depending on how they feel about it, obviously. But yeah, that's what I feel. You agree? Okay. But yeah, that's the palette. So I like it. I'm going to test the whole thing in a video for you guys, so you guys can make your decision about whether or not it's worth it. But I definitely say if you do want to get this, wait until the Christmas sales and get it then. Next, I'm going to be showing you just a couple of things from Makeup Obsession. I only got 2 things from this section of the website. So I got the Makeup Obsession Pure Bake Baking Powder in Transparent. It's very shiny. But yeah, I'm going to give this a try and test it out. And the other thing I got is the Dream with a Vision palette from Makeup Obsession, and these are the colours on the back. Again, I'm just going to work through this whole lot and start showing you guys what it looks like and that sort of thing. How it blends. Ooh, so next I picked up 4 of the Revolution nail polishes, and I brought the shades Gentle. That's better, that's showing the true colour. We'll find out with this purple. So we got Galaxy. Yeah, that's so much better. Powder. And Muse. So can you tell what kind of colours I like to wear on my nails? I also grabbed the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Foundation and Concealer. Again, I'm going to be testing these out for you guys. Just to show you what they're like on my kind of skin. Recently my skin's been okay, it's not been majorly dry or anything, so we'll see how these work out on me. So now I'm going to show you some Revolution Pro items that I brought. There is a fair few items here because I don't have a lot of Revolution Pro stuff other than the lipsticks, so I want to give it all a try. So I've brought 2 more lipsticks because I wanted to try out some different shades for Halloween, and I thought these would come in handy. So I have the shade Haywire and the shade Treacherous, and then I also brought 2 of the pigment pomades. I got Royal Purple and Ocean Blue. I nearly said Royal Blue and Ocean Purple. So I got them as well. I also picked up the Revolution Pro Powder Foundation in the shade F1. And I picked up the Revolution Pro is that New Neutral? For some reason I always read it as New Neutral. New Neutral powder in the shade Translucent. I picked up the New Neutral eyeshadow palette, the 4K blush palette in Mauve, the Ultimate Coverage Crease Proof Concealer in the shade C0.1. That is the lightest they do, I think, for this, but I couldn't get one that wasn't going to be too dark for me, so we'll see how this works out. Brow Volume and Sculpt Gel in Clear. I got the Sculpt and Glow Contour and Highlighting Palette. Now, I will already say this highlighter looks very, very glittery, just from looking at it there.
I just watched.
Yeah. I picked up the Hydra Matte Primer. Again, it's part of that New Neutral collection, I'm guessing, from the packaging. Yeah, so I got the Prime and Serum. I picked up the Prime and Hydrate Base, just from their regular range, and the Supreme Hold Finishing Spray from their regular range. Rose is going to do a swatch of this highlighter to see how glittery it is.
So here is the Sculpt and Glow Revolution Pro Contour and Highlighting Duo Palette. This is it on my finger, and this is it on my hand. No, that's actually blinding, look at that.
There's still quite a fair amount of glitter in it though. So if you don't like glitter in your highlight, I would not. Well, we'll see how it is on my face, because we like swatches don't tell the whole story.
Can I put a little bit on my face now?
Yeah, sure. Live show, everybody! Live show, live testing. God.
We'll use this though.
Okay. So while Rose is applying that highlighter to her face, I'm going to show you 2 powders that I brought. I brought the Revolution Conceal and Fix Loose Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. It's too shiny to show. But yeah, I've picked that up.
It's a nice rose goldy pink and white packaging.
Yeah. Well, it's not white, it's clear. That's the powder. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a fair bit smaller than this, but I was pleasantly surprised. I also picked up the I Heart Revolution Coconut Baking Powder. I am not the biggest fan of coconut scents. I don't like coconut in general unless it's in like a pina colada or if it's Malibu and Coke or something like that. Generally that's the only way I like it, and probably because the rum overpowers the taste of it. But I've never really been... Why are you using a eyeshadow brush to do that?
I would say it looks very chunky on the nose. It doesn't show up much on the Cupid's bow, and it is quite chunky and glittery. I mean, if you like that, that's fine. It's everyone's personal opinion, but
I will say I'm looking over at you now and all I can see is specks of glitter on your nose.
It is very chunky on the nose. Can you see that? It is blinding, but it is very chunky as well.
But yeah, so baking powder from I Heart Revolution. Who would have thought I Heart Revolution would start coming out with face products? They've only ever really been like highlighter and eyeshadow and the odd blush. Next, I'm going to show you the 2 primers I got from I Heart Revolution. I just got the Mint Choc Chip one, which is the green colour corrector, and the Strawberry Whip, which is the pore blurring. I always do that whenever I'm trying to say pore blurring. I go pore blurring. So I picked those up.
Just to add, the highlighter has a lot of fallout. Looking down on my phone and moving my head, I can see fallout on my cheek reflecting from the light.
Okay, so I have 6 more palettes to show you, and then I'm gonna show you the products I brought from the Halloween range. So I brought the 3 is it the Tasty? Yes, Tasty eyeshadow palettes that were out when I ordered this lot. So I have the chili, the avocado and the pizza. They have come out with popcorn. I can't remember what they are, hang on. Right, so they have a hot dog, a popcorn and a coffee palette that go with these 3. I also brought the I Heart Revolution Sprinkles palette because these kind of colours just speak to me. Plus the packaging is to die for on these palettes. I've always loved them. I'm getting weird looks from my window. I've always loved this kind of yeah, I like the packaging for the chocolate palettes that they have. I also brought the Forever Flawless Fire and Ice palettes. I've been wanting to test these for a while. I just haven't been able to get my hands hold of them. I finally got hold of them. So I'm going to test those out for you guys as well. Oh, got an itchy eye. Right. So now onto the Halloween stuff. There was only 4 things and they're all palettes. So I brought the Slime palette, the Blood palette, the Rainbow palette, which we all know how I feel about unicorns, so love it, and the Haunted House palette, which I need to take this out of the packaging because the artwork on this is for... Shut up! So the actual picture on this is amazing. Sorry, that reflection's my ring light. It's absolutely gorgeous. Can't tell. It looks like it's been made in a computer, maybe. Oh, God, my eye is so itchy today. Bloody pollen count. But yes, that's all the makeup I got from Revolution this last week. Stay tuned if you want to know about that giveaway. Okay, so right here I have 2 plain envelopes filled with the makeup. That is the baking sponge, the ombre highlighter, the colour correcting palette, the lip lacquer, the liquid highlighter, and the red lipstick that I showed at the beginning of this video. So I have 2 packages that will go out to 2 lucky winners of the giveaway. The rules are that you must be subscribed to my channel, you must follow me on Instagram, leave me a comment down below of just how your week's been, how your week's going, and what you're looking forward to this coming week, etc. So all you have to do is subscribe, follow my Instagram, and leave me a comment in the comment section about how your week's been. I will be just putting a number into a random number generator, telling it to do between like 1 and however many of you enter. So I won't be picking, it will just be random, but I do read all your comments anyway, and I reply to all of them because there's only 14 of you, let's face it. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up for me. If you're enjoying me and my content, then click the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Leave your video suggestions in the comments down below. Let me know how your week's going, and don't forget to enter that giveaway. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day, week, month, whatever, and I will see you all through the screen. Bye!